if they will learn carefully the ways of my people to swear by my name.
So you have to be careful, learn carefully the ways of my people. His people will be learned, the learned people, and swear by his name.
As Yahuwah lives, as they taught my people to swear by Baal.
As they taught my people. See, we were swearing by another one. This is what we were swearing by.
Then they shall be established in the midst of my people.
They will be established in the midst of my people.
But if they do not obey,
Uh-oh.
I will utterly pluck up and destroy that nation.
So this nation, any nation that don't obey, he's talking about the other nations other than Yasharal after he plucked us out. Yasharal, most of Yasharal will not be plucked out of the land. Don't expect Hebrew Israelite camps to be plucked out of the land. Those people that come from out of the camps and disassociate themselves with it, they have a chance now to be plucked out. But anybody under them, they are their mighty one. Remember, we serve many mighty ones. Many. Sha'ir taught us how to serve many other mighty ones. Were worship. So what image ended up being worshipped today? What image did they give us? Here it is. This is the image they gave us. Again, they opened up the book, painted the likeness of their picture. Sha'ir was our mighty one. Sha'ir is the mighty one on the earth. And what Sha'ir says, I'm going to put an image out. And the people will worship, bow down to this image. People will honor this image as the Almighty. They will talk to this image. This is an image, in case you didn't know, out. And they wanted us to worship. When we worship Sha'ir, we don't know Sha'ir. He knows his name. He's all right with us calling him Edom. And he's still hide himself amongst the other religions. So he allowed the camps to call on Edom. They call out Edom. They call other people Edomites. He allowed this. They don't know Sha'ir. They don't know Adum. You very seldom hear them say Adumia. Mm-hmm. Very seldom. But they don't touch Adum. The real one. Ashu, you never heard Ashu come out of their mouth. And you probably will never hear it. And so here they go, having us serve this mighty one. 2nd Ezra 6:9.
For Sha'ir is the end of this age.
You don't think he's the mighty one? For anyone that don't believe, again, we backed everything we have with scripture. Esau is the end of this age. What does this mean? He's going to be ruling and reigning, the mighty one on the earth, because of the garments. And, son, he still got them garments today. Mm-hmm. He still has the garments till this day. He's not going to pull them out. He's not going to let anyone see it. It will be a great controversy. He will be giving up who he is. Remember, they have initiations, rituals, and rites, secrets, secret societies. They like to keep things secret and hidden.
And Yaakov is the beginning of the age that follows.
After his rule, Yaakov will rule after him. Now, we were told, as swift as the eagle flies. Obadiah 1:4. Read this, son.
Though you exalt yourself as the eagle.
Though you exalt yourself high and mighty. He's lifted up higher than any man on earth today.
And though you set your nest among the stars.
Mm-hmm.
From there will I bring you down, says
He
Yahuwah.
set his nest among the stars. Nimrod, he built the tower, but he didn't. He tried to establish something up there, and Most High took it down, knocked him down, knocked it down, took him down. He said he's gonna do the same thing with Shair. Look at his birds. Look at his eagles. We move this again. America, Shair. Edom, Shair. These are the real birds. Rome, Shair. Nazi, Shair. Oh my gosh. I thought we was done. All right, last bump. I promise, this is the last bump. Last bump in the road. Isaiah 3:24. Watch this.
And so it shall be, instead of a sweet smell,
Instead of a sweet smell,
there will be a stench.
there's gonna be a stench. Listen, it's talking about the daughters of Sion. You know this very well. You remember when you came in the truth and you learned this. It's talking about the daughters of Sion. Daughters of Sion supposed to be smelling sweet. Naturally. They're supposed to smell sweet. But I'm telling you, I'm so glad we weren't near some of the ones that came in here. Bad attitudes, rebels. I know that stench is smelly.
Instead of a sash, a rope.
Instead of a sash, a rope. Sash around the waist look good. Give him a rope to hang himself.
Instead of well set hair.
Instead of well set hair, good hair. This is where the women started realizing where that curse came from.
Baldness.
And they dealt with a lot of baldness. All around the edges, all in the back like men, baldness.
Instead of a rich robe.
Instead of a rich robe.
A girding of sackcloth.
Sackcloth, something rough and rugged, doesn't feel good on the skin.
And branding instead of beauty.
And what?
Branding instead of beauty.
Oh my goodness. What does that mean? Yep.
They do that to the cows.
Yep. That's what it means. Good job, son. That was quick.
That is actually very, very deep. Because a major problem is, we're not established as men of being strong.
Yeah.
So women don't really respect us. They don't look up to the highest power, which is
Yeah.
Esau.
Yeah. This is why she looks up to Esau, to Shair. And she looked down on the so-called Yasharal. She looked down on him.
She's branded Esau, so she's not.
Esau branded her. Shair branded her. She's branded. I mean, we all belong to him, but he gonna brand us too? What brand are you from? Boom. Boom. Just branding us.
It's like.
See, that's what you did yesterday. This is a different brand. We looked at each other like, oh my God.
It's crazy. When we became free, the first thing we tried to do was get brands on us.
I know. That's one of the first things that they would do. Name brand that. Whose brand we was.
We get rich off this stupidity.
But look whose brand name we were putting on us. Ralph Lauren. Help me with these names. Louis Vuitton. This is all Europeans. Branded.
Did you ever see Steve Jobs during his presentations? He wore regular shoes, regular pants, regular white shirt.
I know.
Then we get rich off this stupidity.
But look whose brand name we were putting on us. Ralph Lauren. Help me with these names. Louis Vuitton. This is all Europeans. Branded.
Did you ever see Steve Jobs during his presentations? He wore regular shoes, regular pants, regular white shirt.
I know.
They got nothing to prove.
Nothing to prove. You take a people that doesn't feel good about themselves. We had to wear their stuff to prove we somebody. When some of them weren't wearing their own stuff. What's the other one named? Tommy Hilfiger. And he was racist. I didn't make my clothes for them. Man, you a racist? You European make the clothes? Shair make the clothes? Put his name on it? Our people would be buying it. When we found that out, people were still wearing Tommy Hilfigers. That made you somebody. You have his brand. You've been branded. Roller coaster.
The social security number.
Oh, yeah. And there was something you're supposed to bring out. The social security number. Listen, we were branded. All of us. Driver's license.
Birth certificate.
Birth certificate.
Death certificate.
Death certificate. You've been branded there, and he put his official stamp on it. You get married, you gotta have permission from him. You gotta go to Shire to get a marriage license. His brand. And you ain't considered married until you do this. What is that? We gotta go. When did we start going to Shire to get married? When? When Shire, the mighty one, declared it? When he declared it, that's when we start doing it. And it didn't happen until the early 1900s. Before then, nobody was doing it. They was trying to see who was marrying who, and if a man of Yasharal tried to marry an Edomite, they wouldn't allow the marriage license to go through, and they couldn't marry. This was a custom that through time it became law. Branded. You got cows on the western. They be like, those are cows. These cows belong to the Cartwrights. It got their brand on it. Everybody knew those cows. They had Cartwright brand on it. And you can't take the brand off because they take the brand and they take the iron and it's hot and they burning the skin off of them and it leaves a scar, a permanent mark. There's the mark. Show who marked us? That's the mark on my arm.
Vaccine.
Marked. What did you have? It's in Daniel.
Yes, sir.
Last thing, we keep saying this is it, but it ain't. Told you, there's always something new. He pulled out Daniel this morning.
This is Daniel 8:21. This was when he was having dreams about the different kingdoms. And he saw the animals that they represent as different kingdoms. And the rough goat is the king of Greece. And the great horn that's between his eyes is the first king.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look up the arbory for rough goat,
Shire
is included.
Shire. Identifying who this Greek kingdom is. Because he's going to have great significance in the end. Different kingdoms going to come up. They're going to rule. They're going to die. They're going to rule. They're going to die. Then there's another kingdom. A lot of the kingdom was Shire's kingdom. It's just a different time when another one of Shire rose. Shire has been the mighty one. People think Rome died. Rome dead. Rome no more. Shire is Rome. And he conquered. And he still conquered. He didn't die. He just changed his name. That's all he did. He changed his name. He's America today. He's known as America. He's known to us as Babylon. But it's Rome. Look at the structure and you will see it. Again, I know this was very heavy and very deep. This is a tough pill to swallow. You can handle it. Yeah, I need some more. We have to get a deeper understanding into Edom. And we have to know our enemy. Because as we said, if you don't know the enemy, he's going to run roughshod all over us. He's going to be able to do things to us undetected. He will have you fighting me fighting you. When he's the one we should band together and fight against. But we would never see that. Because he put blinders on both of us. And that's how he have us working against each other, killing one another. When we kill each other, he's happy. He's satisfied. He says, job well done. The rebels we have to deal with in this small